What's going on, you guys? This is Aaron from Departures Capital, and welcome to the video. In this video, we're talking about 3 new and exciting gold royalty streaming stocks, along with giving you guys your market recap. We're giving you an update on gold, silver, the overall markets, and we're talking about one exciting stock that we've talked about in the past, and it's running today. And I gotta say, I'm pretty happy today, guys. So this is gonna be a cool video because we're talking all about streaming companies, the process. We're gonna give you guys a quick little education section breakdown if you're wondering what a gold streaming company is versus your traditional explorer or producer. I'm excited to learn more about the gold mining business, not just a miner but also a streamer. So that's what this video is going to be all about. So thanks so much for watching, guys. And last but not least, before we dive into this, guys, if you do support me, the channel and all the videos, there's 2 things I kindly ask, and that first thing is to explode that like button. It takes just 1 second of your time, helps my video so much. Along with, if you are a new viewer to the channel, you haven't had a chance to subscribe yet, but you appreciate constant, steady updates to the markets, a steady flow of new and exciting companies, or you want to just, keep up to date and learn more about investing, then of course, don't forget to cash that subscribe button and ring the market bell for notifications, and let's get straight into this video. So guys, I gotta say, I'm pretty happy today. It's a pretty good day on the markets overall. Nothing's going crazy, but one stock that we have been talking about and we have been following is finally bouncing. So we'll get to that in 1 second. I just want to get through comment of the day. So for comment of the day, guys, we did a little funny, interesting thing yesterday, and we're going to be keeping this up. So we're going to be asking you guys a question for comment of the day so that, we can get some really good comments curated for the next episode. So in today's video, and Doc's going to hit us with some funny effects this time. In today's video, I want you guys to drop that comment below and let me know, what are your 3 favorite gold mining stocks? Let me know what your 3 favorite gold mining stocks are, and do you prefer a gold miner or a gold streamer? We're going to explain the differences in the 2 businesses, streamers versus straight up producer or explorer. But drop those 3 gold stocks for all my gold and silver bulls. You can also add a silver stock if that is something that you want to, but drop those comments below and I'll give you guys some time. I'm just going to readjust a couple things here in the office. All right, guys. We're back. Thank you so much for dropping those comments. I look forward to them tomorrow. And let's get straight into comment of the day. So in terms of the first comment, Masonic Kid, top 3 developers and soon to be rated as a producer. Mag, SILVNLRTNF. So thank you for offering your 3 top stocks. Roger Weaver, my 3 are Coeur Mining, Silver One Resources, and Freeport McMoran. Fosterville South and Portofino Resources are my worst. So yes, but we'll be getting into that in 2 seconds. How are you finding out what the top stocks on Robinhood are? I thought Robinhood stopped making that info available. I simply just Googled it and I found an article. So PAAS, Pan American Silver, BTG, and OR. I have been in these for a couple of years, and also FSM and MUX, and FSM is having a fantastic day as well. Just skyrocketing above 10 bucks, and I gotta say, super happy about that. Following you since March 2019, let me know what's going to happen to Hexo. And it's a tough spot for all those Canadian large cap licensed producers. They've had to adjust to the market. Their market caps have drastically shrunk. Demand wasn't anywhere near what they expected. All we can hope for now is a consolidation in operating expenses, leaning out their businesses, and just getting through. We need to see profitability. Hands down, that is the #1 most important thing, and that's why I'm most bullish on Afria. So we'll be monitoring Hexo. I believe I still have maybe just a couple shares, but I will keep you guys updated on the MJ sector. Next comment of the day, Silver Slayer, EMX, NGD, and ASM. Tesla, Golden Goliath, and Cardio Therapeutics. So very, very cool. I'm going to have to give you a like for that one. Of course, Max still hating on ACB, and Tesla's such a temptation. Last comment of the day goes to Nabil, Alibaba, Canadian Solar, and Workhorse. So those are 3 very innovative stocks. So once again, guys, for this video, drop those top 3 gold or silver stocks. And let's get into all of the news that I put together for you guys, and that segment on the streamers, which I'm very excited about. And a quick reminder, if you're here just for the streamers, or if you're here just for the market recap, use those timestamps in the description here, guys. Doc spends a lot of time and does a fantastic job putting those timestamps there in the description. Quote of the day, holy smokes, holy smokes. So guys, Fosterville South is skyrocketing, and that is the winner of the day. We're going to be doing a new quick little 10-second segment about a winner. So Fosterville South is the winner, so hit us with those special effects, Doc. Perfect, guys. So this is a stock that I've been talking about for a while. Personally, I did a little bit of buying when it was below $3, and it is jumping today. Now, Fosterville South has been pretty volatile. There was one thing that I wanted to quickly point out: two levels to watch for Fosterville. For some reason, I can't get full screen charts, but I guess we don't need that. Since the IPO, I wanted to just draw this one line. Come on. So since the IPO, come on, you piece of shit. So guys, there was one line that I wanted to draw here quickly just to show you guys. And this was just me simply trying to draw some lines of support and resistance. The one level I saw as being, a heavy level of support was around 230 to 250. But in order to keep this uptrend intact, right around 280 looked like a level that, we hit and we are bouncing off of. Now we'll see if we can hold on to this. So far, it's looking pretty good. And I hope that Fosterville can, in fact, continue to make higher lows, because if we see here, higher lows, and this would be higher lows. So hopefully we can get this thing back up to $4 or $5 in the near term. We'll see what happens, but it's definitely been an interesting ride so far for Fosterville. But I gotta say, I am happy with that 11%, almost 12% jump in the stock. We did see highs on the day of we did see highs on the day of 327. So like I said, that was one that I was watching. So let's get quickly into the recap, and then we're going to talk all about streaming companies. That's what the majority of this video is going to be about. So U.S. markets jump ahead of Fed amid slowing retail sales. So we are seeing the S&P and the Dow in the green and the NASDAQ in the red. What's moving the markets today? U.S. markets opened higher on Wednesday for a third day despite slower retail sales ahead of the Fed's rate decision. The Dow is up 88 points. The Fed wraps up its regular two-day policy meeting with the publication of its post-meeting statement at 2 p.m. Eastern time, guys, 15 minutes away. So I wonder if by the end of this video, we're going to get any news, anything moving around. So there are no policy changes expected, but the Fed will update its economic forecast, including a first forecast for 2023. So we'll see what this does to gold and silver. Hopefully, causes things to go up a little bit higher. So let's see what's going on here. So gold is up $2.85 and silver is actually down. So both metals essentially flat on the day, and I had a few quick comments. The first one being from Goldman Sachs CEO, former CEO. Shout out to Kitco for all the awesome news. In a virtual fireside chat with CME Group, or the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, the famed banking exec and commodity trader acknowledged gold and silver's impressive run so far. However, he added that he genuinely did not know what is in store for precious metals as prices continue to grind in a consolidation phase. It's been so long since these metals have played a role in financial markets, store of value, he said. But if there was ever a time where they would, it would be now. So it sounds like he's the most bullish he's been. Gold, silver firmer as marketplace awaits FOMC. So we're just quickly going to read this tiny paragraph, give you guys an update on the gold and silver markets, along with some news about general investors in the gold market, and then it's straight to the streaming companies. So gold and silver prices are modestly up in tentative midday trading ahead of the FOMC statement. The precious metals are being supported in part by weaker US dollar index and solidly higher crude prices. So that brings us to the US dollar. In terms of US dollar, it's slightly lower, down 0.02%, barely holding on to 93. I hope that it loses 93 and drops to the low 90s, if not 90. That would be awesome for the next leg up in gold. And last but not least, generalists jumping into gold and silver. Mining need to follow this CEO's advice. So this is a very important thing. And this is from Eric Fear, CEO and Director of Silvercrest Metals. Investors should pay attention to management teams more than projects. He added that with so much money flowing back into the exploration sector, good management teams know how to manage their capital efficiently and effectively, obviously. And this goes back to the MJ sector. We saw what a management team can do, good and bad. And there's tons of examples of that. So guys, Now I want to talk about royalty streaming companies. We're going to talk quickly about them, what they are, how they compare to gold and silver mining companies, exploration companies, and then we're going to get into 3 companies that I wanted to take a look at, one of them being a highly requested stock here on the channel. So first thing I wanted to talk about was royalties and streams explained, and this is straight from Franco-Nevada. Royalties are ongoing interest in the production or future production of a property, depending on their terms, and the laws applicable to the royalty and the project in general share the following characteristics. So basically, a royalty streaming company, they will go to multiple mining companies that have operating mines and say, hey, we're going to buy this percentage of your gold, or we're going to buy this percentage of your silver for this duration. It's essentially like a contract, and they can do that on tons of different mines all across the world and really diversify their income streams. They are not subject to cash calls to fund exploration, development, capital, environmental, or closure costs, and so are lower in this respect than an operating interest. They provide exposure to the upside of commodity prices as well as increases in revenue and production. In some cases, they provide interest in new discovery made on property, which can result in significant value creation for the company, in this case Franco-Nevada, of course. And last but not least, they do not involve operational or development management, so a large and diversified portfolio can be assembled without the need for significant corporate overhead. So that's the thing about a streaming company versus a gold or silver mining company. They don't need anywhere near the overhead. They don't have the mine risk. And it's just an interesting business model. So I wanted to talk about a few terms. NSR means net smelter return royalty. So we will be talking about that. Net smelter return, so what that smelter is actually producing. GR is gross royalty, and FH is freehold or lesser royalty. So just keep those in mind when we get into these 3 companies. And then the last thing before we dive into those 3 companies was a really interesting article, 4 reasons why they like royalty companies, and this comes from US Global Investors. So their top reason is because they have a robust business model that allows them to potentially generate revenue when the price of gold is both rising and falling. Royalty companies, number 2, aren't operating mines. They aren't responsible for infrastructure, aka high overhead costs. So that's another big reason why royalty companies are really interesting. Number 3, royalty companies tend to have a high revenue per employee. They don't incur the cost of running the mines themselves. They have some of the highest revenues per employee of any company in the world. So very important. And then number 4, mines are highly dependent on their own projects to generate revenue. On the other hand, royalty companies hold a highly diversified portfolio of mines and assets. So once again, diversity. So those are just a couple quick reasons, and now we're going to dive into those 3 companies, and that first company being Ely Gold Royalties. So this is, I believe, the smallest of the 3 at $184 million market cap, 31 cents to $2.09, and it is substantially off of those 52-week highs. So of the 3, this one looks, the most attractive to me from a small cap perspective, not from a diversity perspective, but definitely from a valuation perspective. So let's take a look and see what the company's all about. The North American Gold Royalty Company. So safe mining jurisdictions, although, this is focused pretty much on Nevada. So that is one thing that, if you're bullish on Nevada, good. But if you want more diversity, this company doesn't offer as much diversity as others. So Ely Gold is a Nevada-focused royalty investment company. We generate revenue by selling mineral properties to mining companies while retaining long-term royalty that pays us for the life of the mine. So we will take a quick look at their portfolio. And as we can see here, guys, we've got a couple 100% interests. There's the estimated payment. These are the companies that they work with: Fiore Mining, Nevada Gold Mines, SSR Mining, Coeur Mining, and these are the percentages. So let's dive into their investor presentation real quick and see what they're all about. Aggressively growing a gold royalty portfolio, Nevada-focused, royalties on some of Nevada's largest gold mines, potential Tier 1 assets, Fenelon, Ren, and Jarrett Canyon, premier counterparties, outperformed all royalty companies over the past 18 months, undervalued to its peers, low overhead, large Nevada land bank that generates royalties. So here we go, guys. Eric Sprott owns 26% of the company, which is an extremely substantial position. Insiders and management own 8%, 33% for retail, and then 18 and 15% long-term shareholders and institutions respectively. So keep in mind that large ownership by Eric Sprott at over 25% of the company. So if you like Nevada, if you're confident on who owns the company, take a look at this one. I simply want to highlight this, and if I go too much into detail, we're going to be here all day. So the second company is Osisko Gold Royalties, and this was one of the streamers that I've bought most recently, It's a fairly large cap company at 2.68 billion with a 52-week range of 635 to 1750. So very close to those 52-week highs. And I believe I picked this one up in the 12s or the 10s. So it's had a pretty good run so far. And let's just reiterate a couple of things. So the Canadian Malartic royalty. Osisko Gold Royalty's main asset is a world-class 5% net smelter return on the Canadian Malartic mine located in Malartic, Quebec, a world-class royalty asset. So let's dive quickly into their investor presentation. Diversified portfolio of high-quality royalty assets, world-class operators and mining jurisdictions, highest dividend in the royalty sector, upside, potential cash flow and growth, strong development of pipeline, high exposure to gold, last but not least, opportunity, trading at a discount, increased return throughout accelerator model, exposure to new discoveries, and increased mine life. So over 135 royalty streams and precious metal offtakes, diversified cash flow from 17 producing assets, 95% cash operating margins for Q2 of 2020. Lowest geopolitical risk profile. So here's some of the companies that they're working with. Now we did go over this before, but I also wanted to talk about their business model. And it's really cool. 75% is their core royalty business. Now they also have 25% split amongst two ways in the early stage accelerator business model, which allows them to create more value for shareholders so they can obtain high value royalties at a low price with limited competition, create royalties that otherwise wouldn't exist. So they can leverage their technical team to select early stage stories. It's basically like a mine accelerator program. And then of course, they've got Caribou is a district camp with decades of exploration potential, seeking external financing to advance the Caribou Gold Project with NSDG, providing Osisko shareholders with exposure to private equity type return as Caribou is advanced. So there's their portfolio, 108 in North America, 9 in South America, 3 in Asia, 13 in Australia, 2 in Africa, and 6 in Europe. So 75% of the asset NPV is in Canada and 86% in North America. So we're not going to go more into detail, but Osisko has been on my watch list for a very long time. I do, in fact, own some of the stock, and it's a very unique streamer. Last but not least, Sandstorm Gold. Sandstorm Gold has a similar size market cap at 2.4 billion with a 52-week range of 464 to 1422, so trading just a couple bucks off of that 52-week high. Now let's take a look and see what Sandstorm Gold does. A golden investment opportunity, different type of mining investment. Mining is tough business. Sandstorm Gold Royalties mitigates many of the common risks. Rather than operate mines, we find viable projects and create custom financing solutions in return for a life of mine royalty on production. That means Sandstorm investors gain access to the diversified production and exploration upside of several gold mine assets, but reduce their exposure to the operational risks associated with traditional mining investment. Our portfolio consists of a stable base of cash flowing royalties and is growing. That's why Sandstorm is a golden opportunity. So there's their sales pitch. With 200 royalties acquired since 2009, we offer an exciting investment opportunity in a diverse portfolio of royalty assets. So let's take a look at their investor presentation. Let's see where they're focused on, what they're all about. Future gold production in thousands. So they expect 61,000 ounces in 2021, all the way up to over 100,000 ounces by 2023, 2025. So a portfolio of 200 assets. We've got producing, development, advanced exploration, and quite a chunk in traditional exploration. So here's all of their assets. Producing assets, we can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they've got quite a few producing assets there in North America. Then they've got a couple across the globe, a couple in South America, and then of course all of their other projects. But we can see here that the majority of their producing assets, developed assets, exploration and advanced exploration are in fact in North America. So quite a nice diversified global mix. Mature mining partners. In 2010 it was all juniors. Now it's the majority of their mining partners are majors with an average all-in sustained cost of around $600 per ounce. So anyways guys, there's Sandstorm in a nutshell. We're not going to dive too much further in detail, just as we're already at the 24-minute mark. So we're gonna do the charts real quick, and then that will be it for the video, guys. So in terms of our MJ stock watch list, we we are in fact seeing IIPR hit fresh 52-week highs. Holy smokes, guys. Tilray, Koios, and Organigram, 3 biggest gainers on the day. Are we seeing ACB in the green? ACB is up 1%. IIPR is up 2%, hitting 52-week highs. And Metagrowth, Harvest One, and Zenobis, 3 biggest losers on the day. So in terms of the gold and silver sector, biggest gainer on the day, Fosterville South. Fortuna hitting fresh 52-week highs. Very happy with that one at $10.30. And overall, it's a pretty mixed day for the gold and silver sector. Now let's take a look at the dividend sector. Brookfield Property Partners on a crazy run. What is going on with this stock? It has jumped from $14 to almost $16 in the past 2 trading sessions. National Bank, Canadian Utilities, and Royal Bank, 3 biggest losers, although not by much, less than 1%. In terms of tech stocks, we are in fact seeing Rockwell Medical, AEY, and EGF TheraMed, 3 biggest gainers on the day, with Facebook being the biggest loser. And in terms of our broader 2020 watch list, we are seeing Tilray, Beyond Meat, and Air Canada, 3 biggest gainers, and Charlotte's Web, biggest loser, hitting fresh 52-week lows. When's that thing going to bounce back, guys? Anyways, that's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching, and always remember, Departures Capital is for information, education, and entertainment purposes only. Don't buy or sell a stock because you heard it on here. Buy or sell a stock because you've done your research, you've done your thorough due diligence, and you're making your own personal investment decisions for yourself. This video is not financial advice. We'll see you guys in our next video.